here, I do think that we are going to be seeing most of these players in attendance at an event such as Supernova, for sure. I know some of these players for sure. I would have to check Supernova brackets in order to be absolutely sure, but you know that they are all here to grind. These are the real hard workers here coming out. And speaking of hard workers, we have Lipden versus Jakal here. So we have got a Florida Wario versus our own, not my own, because I'm not from New Jersey.
My own.
Yes.
I'll claim him. Jakal's my son.
Because this is Fusion. New Jersey Wolf player who managed to make top 50 of the Luma rank this season. But going into this, stuff that we know about Jakal, he has a whole lot of Wario experience, given players such as BD Bean, such as 9 Super Pie in his region. So, he has a lot of experience. However, this Lipden champion is going to be a little bit new for him.
Yeah, definitely going to be an interesting matchup here. And again, like kind of what we saw similar to last game, Wario is a great character when he's able to get his hands on you. And both these characters are incredibly dangerous when they get their combo game going. And Jakal, one of the best in the business, again, one of the best wolves to do it, seems to be able to make any sort of combo extension feel like it's going to end in your stock. So a pretty close game here. Again, Wario is one of those characters you have to be careful. Oh, but sometimes Wario hands you a stock and a silver platter, and you're going to take that. So
yeah, absolutely wonderful advantage there from Jakal, being able to come out swinging with that. Just great stuff. Anyways, coming back into the set of the contingency, Jakal going to be able to recover here with the wall flash. Just sort of jumping here around Lipden spacing. Lipden going to get the dash attack here, going for the bike off stage. Jakal still able to recover here. Now coming back in, these two just sort of dashing around each other. Full rage on the board here for Jakal, and he's going to make the most of that here. Coming in with the fares into the dare, but that up smash though gonna be it here for Jakal's stock.
Yep, hit him with the noggin there. You know, Lipden, unfortunately, able to get, you know, to take that stock from Jakal before things got too out of hand. But now Jakal, again, going right back on the offensive here. And that rising there from the ledge is going to provide Lipden a little bit of breathing room here. Not getting the conversion he's looking for there. Again, just coming up a little bit short. Gets the up tilt, though, so he has a wolf in a juggle situation and slowly but surely closing the gap.
For sure, absolutely. The way that Lipden has been able to utilize his spacing a whole lot. That was wonderful avoidance there of the bike, and then into the up smash too, utilizing the damage from the bike in order to further prolong the damage that Lipden would feel, and then being able to take the stock just off of that. So what a wonderful move from Jakal there. Coming back in, Lipden able to send Jakal off stage with the back air, recovering high here with the wolf flash, and now the two just playing together in the center.
Yeah, and now you kind of have to, you know, worry here. Again, it's Wario. You're never quite out of the game. That waft is on board, so if Lipden can take the stock without having to use the waft, it'll give him a puncher's chance going into that last stock. But you see Jakal being fully aware of that, you know, not engaging if he doesn't need to, and a good whiff punish there is going to now set up on the ledge. Not getting the strong hit of the dash attack, though. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but that trusty up smash, though, gonna come out swinging, and Jakal is now down a stock. He has a little bit of damage here. Lipden still being the one behind. However, he is fully able to make up that damage, especially when you have waft, and Jakal knows that, and he is trying to avoid that as best as possible, getting us back to an even percent. Oh, but that air dodge coming out from Jakal. Not gonna get the down smash there, and Lipden is just kind of running around him, trying to find an opening. Jakal jumping in place, trying to disrupt his movement there with the laser, coming back in, and that is going to be the waft coming out strong from Lipden. Game 1 going to Lipden here in a strong fashion, coming out at the end.
Yeah, again, a real nail biter at the end there. It's the song is as old as time against Wario. You know, if he's got waft on board, you have to be mindful of that. And a well-timed parry there for Lipden at the end will allow him to get the stock there. And a little bit of spaghetti at the end on both players' parts. A couple of you know, tech reads just not going either player's way, but you know, the waft is the ultimate X factor. Getting a change of costume for both characters, so. Change of clothes might make the difference here.
That is the ultimate counter pick. I don't know anyone who says that, but I feel that way. Anyways, coming back in here with these two, just sort of playing around each other. As you can see here, Jakal has gotten a good amount of percentage here on Lipden, but Lipden is going to come in with a string of nairs into the up airs here from the upper platform, getting a good amount of damage here on Jakal, sending him to the upper platform and even off stage, trying to go for some kind of edge guard here against the wall flash, but Jakal not going to be able to string out this combo for too much longer, but he does have Lipden at a pretty high percentage now. Coming back in underneath the platform, though, this is not going to be the stock just yet, but that was quite a trade from these two.
Yeah, you have to be very careful. You know, both these characters, air to air, are incredibly dangerous. You see Jakal and Lipden just trying to play around these gnarly hitboxes. But both characters now set up on the ledge, but the Rising Fair is going to give Lipden a little bit of room here. Misspace dash attack. Jakal going to get the back throw punish. Not enough for a KO, but still has good stage positioning here.
Jakal needs to be so careful. Oh, not anymore. You just get a dash attack then, and then the full rage is gone in an instant. Absolutely wonderful gameplay here. And then that second dash attack gonna connect though, and there goes Jakal's first stock. So coming back in, gonna follow up with that down throw with the dash attack. Now here comes Lipden coming in, trying to nair in place, waiting out Jakal's timing. However, going for that second nair and getting it yet again. And Jakal just being able to follow up with his own here. Absolutely wonderful the way that he's able to just sort of carry out a lot of this gameplay. Lipden seems to be sort of air dodging or jumping away from a lot of it, but it seems as though Jakal is starting to catch on to that as he is following up with a lot of these dash attacks.
And a great aggressive edge guard right there from Jakal. Like you were saying, Pearl, looks like Jakal is starting to sniff out a few more of these defensive habits from Lipden, and going for the drop zone there where Wario's vertical recovery leaves a lot to be desired. So that's going to give Jakal a huge advantage and a big lead on this last stock.
Big lead for sure, and you know that he is going to try to extend this as long as possible. Going to get hit with the nairs here, taking a little bit of damage. However, he is going to do all that he can in order to find something. Getting the fair into the up air on the upper platform, carrying out a whole lot of damage going into this final stock here for Lipden. Both of them nairing in place. That's kind of funny to see. Anyways, coming back in, avoiding the bike and going for the tomahawk actually through the bike, sending Lipden off stage. Not going to get the nair off stage that time. However, he is not going to get edge guarded. Coming back in, getting hit with the nair and wolf flashing straight through Lipden in order to recover.
Yeah, again, oh, and there we go. The high kick right there. That is going to get Jakal on the board here. We see the universal sign for let's run that back to the previous stage we just played on. So looks like we're going to see Pokemon Stadium 2 for a third game here. And Jakal, again, righting the ship after a bit of a heartbreaker in that first game. Again, this drop zone there is so smart. Recognizing that Lipden had already used the bike and a double jump there. So able to really push that lead here, give himself a bit of a cushion. And when you're up by that big, you don't care about wafts. You know, you just really need that one straight hit to go your way. So rubber game coming up here in game 3. Winner of this has a date with Ryu or Ken in winners finals. So
for sure, they both have something to look forward to going into this final game here. Jakal going to get the first blood here, coming back in, not going to get that damage just yet, going for the nair, and now Lipden being forced to recover sort of quickly here. Going to roll away, opting to stand and shield, going for the empty nair as these two are just sort of jumping around each other to get this game started. Jakal missing the fair there, and then going to get up-aired here by Lipden as Lipden is building a combo of his own. Not going to get a whole lot of damage off of that, however, Jakal is going to send him right off stage, back airing in place as he's trying to make it difficult for Lipden to recover, but Lipden is going to be the one to send Jakal off stage here. Jakal able to recover, going for the side, or for the up B here, rather than the wolf flash. And now coming back in, this Wario is strong, trying to keep him off stage as much as possible.
And unfortunate stuff there for Lipden. A couple of stocks that says, you know, Florida man giving away stocks for free here. An unfortunate situation where you were recovering low without your bike. That's going to give Jakal the first stock here. But 113 on the tab, he has to be careful here. You know, he's definitely not out of harm's way just yet.
For sure.
Oh,
oh my goodness. Okay, well, that was yet another stock on the board there for Jakal. Just wonderful quick timing here, the way that he's able to come out swinging with these. Speaking of swinging, Lipden's not going to get that up smash, though, and Jakal's just going to follow up, not going to get that up tilt from the upper platform, but he is going to just continue this damage here, not getting the back air. Lipden able to recover here. However, Jakal's just going to continue to send him into these dangerous situations. Wow, going for such a read with that up B there to the upper platform. Lipden not able to take Jakal's stock just yet, but Jakal able to come to this upper platform here as these two are just sort of playing around each other, getting the nair into the back air. Now these two going through the bike, getting the tomahawk grab through the bike and sending Lipden off stage where he's hoping to get another edge guard situation. Big nair coming out swinging from Lipden, who has the bike in hand. Jakal able to recover without getting so much of a scratch on him from Lipden.
Yeah, this is not looking great for Lipden right now. Jakal shooting free throws in the gym, as we like to say in the industry. Look, does not able to get on the board though with that dash attack, but Jakal up big here on this last stock. All it's going to take is a strong breeze or an up tilt or anything strong near the ledge to finish us out here. Good, gets the parry, just not room to get the follow-up, gets the grab. Those for the foes are going to set him up on the ledge here.
This full rage on Wario, though, not sure whether it's going to be to his advantage or to his deficit, but he's going to try to make that as much as possible. Unfortunately, though, Game 3 is going to end just the same way that Game 2 did, with a big up tilt coming out from Jakal.
Yeah, again, Jakal, every game of that set looked just a little bit better, and that third game really unlocked something. You got up to a big start. Lipden, unfortunately, again, didn't play the cleanest and gave away a couple of stocks and SDs that stock those games. But Jakal taking advantage of that, without any hesitation. Is going to punch us ticket in the winners finals. If you take a look at the highlights here, Pearl, a lot of again, that first game, heartbreaker there for if you're Jakal. Got up to a big lead, but Waft does not care about how big your lead is. It will blow you up from whatever side of the stage you're on.
Blow you away, more like. Anyways, going into... Okay, going into this highlight reel, though, you can see a whole lot of combos coming out from Lipden. You can see that he is able to get his damage. However, I do think that Jakal was just much better at putting him in a corner, especially with limiting a whole lot of his options coming out here. You know, being a heavy character like Wario, there is not a lot that is going to kill you super early. However, like that bear that we saw, or rather nair from Jakal going off stage in order to try to stamp out all of Lipden's options, especially when he had already utilized the bike, was absolutely wonderful knowledge from Jakal, the way that he was able to just limit his options so much, forcing Lipden into a checkmate scenario. So wonderful gameplay from Jakal, really great awareness too, in order to adapt to a situation like that, especially when you're down a game.
Yeah, no, again, when your back's against the wall like that, Wario is a very tilting character to play against. It can really, put you on your side if you're not ready for it. And again, Jakal really showed his grit here in this third game. Again, that low recovery without the bike, not going to do you any sort of favors. But this exchange here in the corner was nuts. We've seen this combo for years, and it's never not cool to watch. Fair into reverse bear is just going to send Wario into the next dimension. So then again, off to a big lead here. That dash attack would get Lipden on the board, but at what cost, Pearl?
At what cost, indeed. At the cost of a Game 3 here. Going to have to fight his way out of losers now. Jakal being guaranteed a spot into winners finals at this fusion here tonight. We have seen some hype matches, 2 Game 3s now. So we're getting like the most bang for our buck. So I'm pretty happy with how this has been going so far. Got a whole lot more coming though, folks. So you have not seen the last of Koopa and I. We have a whole lot more to go through.
That's true. We're in your walls. We're using your Wi-Fi, drinking your water. Some of you need to change your burner filters. But no, you got plenty of us here. And again, there's a lot of action to be had here still. It's exciting stuff. Again, it's not the most stacked of fusions of all time, but